Hi there, I'm Keith, and this is the video for the Standard of Excellence for Baritone and Euphonium, page number 7. So we're going to pick up right where we left off from page number 6, reviewing some of the notes we've already learned and introducing some new ideas as well. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is number 8, right on top of the page here. Now, if we take a look at the notes, we should recognize these. We have a D, and then if we go to the middle of the page, oh, there's C, and then we have B flat. But we have a new marking here, specifically a breath mark. So if you take a look at the space between the first bar and the second bar, we see that little comma. You can also see it on the top right page, a corner of the page. This is called a breath mark. When a composer or an arranger, an editor wants us to take a breath, they're going to put in that breath mark. And what that means, it's like a comma, because it looks like a comma. So when we have a comma in a sentence, it's an opportunity for us to pause, to take a breath before we continue. That's what that breath mark is there for us to take a breath, to take a pause. Now, when we take that breath, we still want to play in time. So when I'm going through and playing, I'm still counting in my head. I'm thinking 1, 2, 3, breathe. And then I come right in on the beginning of the next bar. So let's try that together. So we're going to play these notes and we're going to follow the breath mark and take a breath between each note. So here we go. Number 8, starting on D, 1 and 2. 1, 2, ready. Rest, 2, 3. Rest, 2, 3. Very good. Now in number 9, we see those breath marks again, but if you notice, we're changing notes from the first to the second bar. We're going from a D to a C, and then we go from a C to a B flat, and from a C back to D. So what that means is while we're taking our breath, we're going to go from D, breathe, and we're going to move to 1 and 3 and play that note. So it's going to sound like playing, we're changing our fingering. So let's go ahead and try that together. Number 9, watch ahead in your music. Think about what fingering is coming up next. Here we go. 1, 2, ready. Rest, 2, 3. How did that go? If you had any trouble going through those transitions from one note to the next, you can always just practice that. I'm just going to practice going from D to C, or from C to B flat, C to B flat. So let's go ahead and try that again. We're going to play number 10, 2 by 2. Now it's the same kind of valve combinations. The only big change are the last 2 notes. If we look at the last 2 bars of line 10, we see, oh, we've got a D, which is 1 and 2, and then we're going to go to a B flat there. So let's try that together. Here we go. Number 10, 1, 2, starting on C. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful. Now we're going to start getting to a little bit more complicated music. On number 11, we have a new rhythm. So far, what we have been playing have been whole notes, and those got 4 counts. But now we're going to have half notes. And if you remember, a half note gets 2 counts. And so what we're going to do when we're playing number 11 there, even though we're playing the D, we're going to be saying D, 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 rest, rest, C, C, C. And if it helps, you can clap the rhythm along to feel that. So every 2 beats, we're going to play the note. Now, how do we separate those notes? How do we play them one after another? What we're going to do is use a sound called an articulation. So we can say toe, 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 toe. Let's try that together. Toe, toe, toe. Just like that. Now, let's take our mouthpiece, and on our mouthpiece, we're going to use that same toe sound while we buzz. Okay, try that together with me. So whenever we need to separate notes, play notes one after another, we're going to use that toe, that articulation to do that. Let's try that together on number 11. We're playing half notes here, counting 2 beats, and we're using that toe sound to separate the notes. So 1, 2, ready. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. Back to C. Rest, rest. All right, how did that go? It takes a little bit of practice to get used to that articulation, that toe sound to separate the notes, but we use it in a lot of different ways, so keep at it. We are going to practice it right now with exercise number 12, Cardiff by the Sea. Now this is really fun when we start getting into music that you might know here. So on number 12, we are not only going to be playing half notes and changing notes, but we're also going to be using the articulation. So if we take a look at the first 2 bars of number 12, we're going to go B flat, C, D. And when we're using that toe sound to separate the notes, it might sound like toe, 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 like that. And when we play it together, like that. So let's try this together here. So make sure you keep looking ahead so you know what note is coming up next and how to finger it. Number 12. 1, 2, ready. Rest, rest. Rest, rest. All right, so now we are going to put those same notes to use in number 13, 2 for the show, which is a duet. Now, what is a duet? A duet is a piece of music that was written for 2 players, 2 parts. And what that means is oftentimes the 2 players may be playing the same notes, or they might be playing different notes, and that's called harmony, when you have 2 or more notes being played at the same time. Now, sometimes harmony is really pretty, and sometimes it's not so pretty. Hopefully, this harmony is going to be very pretty. We're going to find out by playing it together. So, there are 2 lines, line A and line B. What we are going to do is I am going to play line B first. You're going to play line A. You're going to play the top, I'm going to play the bottom, and then we'll switch. So here we go. You're on top, line A, I'm on the bottom, line B. Let's play together and watch your part. If we end up playing different notes, that's hopefully intentional. Here we go. You're on top, I'm on bottom. 1, 2, 3. you noticed there were spots where we were playing different notes, and hopefully it sounded good. Now, we are going to switch. I am going to play line A, the top line. You are going to play line B, the bottom line. So again, if we're playing different notes, that may be intentional. Here we go. I'm line A, you're line B. 1, 2, 3. Wonderful, very, very nice playing. I love playing duets. They're a really great way to be able to make music with even just a couple of people. So we have one more exercise for today, number 14, go for excellent. One of our excellence exercises here. And we're going to be combining all of the ideas we've talked about here. The half notes, we've got some whole notes in there. We're going to be working on articulation, our toe sound, and remembering our fingerings, putting all of that together. So here we go, number 14 to finish up. 1, 2, 3. So, how did that go? Did what you played sounded like what I played? If it did, fantastic. If it didn't, no problem at all. That's why we practice. So, you can go back and you can listen to this. You can play it along with me again. Look ahead at your notes, figure out what your fingerings are before you play. All right, keep up the practicing, and we'll see you for the next video.